Hello, hello, hello. It's the Fat Boy back with another My Team Career Mode episode here in Formula 1 2021 My Team Career Mode. We are here in the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez here in Mexico. So for this case, I'm just gonna show my first lap because obviously it's the fastest one. And uh, and actually our R&D progress. Actually, no, we will get into that later. As we now head down the baseball stadium, braking just after the 100-meter board for me. As we have to do straight line braking heading into the tight left-right chicane, heading into the last right-hander where you can get a lot of understeer and hit the wall because basically you can't turn the nose in, so it is really hard to get through that corner without hitting the wall. As now we are 1/10 of Giovinazzi, and Hamilton and Bottas are 1,000 of a second away from each other, and we finished behind our teammate in P19. So talking about R&D, we as you remember from the last episode, we are tied with Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri, Aston Martin, and Alpine in the R&D chart. Maybe qualifying isn't a good day for us, but hopefully we can get racing and probably finish into the points maybe.
Here we go then. It's time to race in Mexico City, a place which gave Honda their first ever victory back in 1965. American Richie Ginther won from third on the grid. And what are the Honda-powered cars this year? Well, Red Bull have been going strong here in recent seasons, so can they keep that record going today? At 2,285 metres above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, not just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners make up a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, and you can expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and overtaking too into the hard braking zones of turns 1 and turn 4. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo and Leclerc, Sainz, Gasly, Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel, Ocon, Tsunoda, Max Verstappen and Stroll, Russell, Schwartzman, Nicholas Latifi and Mick Schumacher. The Black Mamba, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Giovinazzi, Raikkonen and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Now I'm back here on the grid, and we're gonna be starting on the medium tires. And actually, I did take a 5-place grid penalty because I changed my gearbox. But for some reason, I didn't get demoted all the way to P22. As actually here in Mexico, you can actually underfill the car and save fuel through the corners because the straights are kind of short. You have to do a lot of lifting off and all that, especially in the S's. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that I'm just gonna underfill the car by half a lap, which is way more than usual. As now here come the 5 red lights for the Mexican Grand Prix. And it's go, go, go. We are underway. Hamilton and Bottas get quite a good start. And Perez is now in between the two. Mercedes here has got a terrific start, especially in his home Grand Prix. And Schwartzman elevated himself up to P16 as he tries to go for a dive bomb down the inside of Lance Stroll and George Russell. And he gets a little bit touchy with Mick Schumacher. As now we are 3 wide. I'm on the left side. Mick Schumacher's in the middle. And Schwartzman also has had a bit of a moment there. He had quite a bit of oversteer. There's green flag here in the heading into the end of the first sector, heading into the next chicane. As now we try to go side by side with the Haas of Mick Schumacher starting on the soft tires. But we managed to go around the outside just on the track limits as we head into the double apex turn 6 and 7. And for some reason, I don't know why Russell started on the hard compound tire, because this is a 25% race, so definitely he's gonna have a lack of grip and a lack of straight line speed compared to me. As we head down the end of the S's, as we now gonna try to go for a move around the outside, heading into the baseball stadium, and Russell is just a sitting duck heading into the tight left-right chicane, and we managed to stick for 15th place. So we are gonna see a lot of improvements in the car, especially when we are tied with the four midfield teams. So hopefully the last few races from now until Abu Dhabi, hopefully we can battle for points, because our primary sponsor Xenon Dynamics expects us to score 15 points this season as a team, and we already have 9 points, so we need 6 more points, so we have to step up the game. And pretty much there was no action until there was no like any piece of action on the track until heading into the pits. We were still behind Lance Stroll as we go for a quick pit stop. I think it was a 2.2 second pit stop. And talking about our primary sponsor objectives, we have to score 15 Constructors Championship points, or 15 points as a team basically. But the only problem is that we only have around like after this race we have around like 5 races to go, so we have 5 chances to score 6 points. So hopefully there will be a miracle for us. If not, we're not gonna get prize money for completing our objectives for our primary sponsor. As now we're heading into the next left-right chicane. The chicanes are quite tight actually. It's like hairpins, double hairpins, and there was pretty much no action. Again, like we are just sitting duck behind Stroll. We have just missed out on DRS, and Stroll is getting quite a bit of dirty air from Sonoda. As Lewis Hamilton takes the fastest lap of 1 minute 16.066 as we head into the baseball stadium. And into the double hairpin, I think, or maybe it's just a left-right chicane but a tighter version. As Robert Schwartzman is into the pits, and looking ahead of us, Vettel is getting undercut by Stroll, I think. So it's not ideal for the 4-time world champion. In fact, since we are tied with Aston Martin, who is one of the teams where we are battling for position on the R&D chart, we might be able to catch Vettel, or maybe even finish ahead of him come the end of the race. As now we are into lap 12, and at the end of lap 12, at the end of the second sector, we managed to go around the outside of Vettel, heading into the stadium section, the baseball stadium, as we get 2 green sectors actually, so it's a personal best. And yeah, we have made a lot of progress compared to the last race, because now we're fighting with a former world champion, and Raikkonen is not that far behind, so we're gonna fight with 2 former world champions as we weave a bit around the straight trying to break the slipstream. And Raikkonen is not that far behind, so he might even catch me heading into the second DRS zone at the end of turn 3. As we're trying to find a way past, but Vettel is managing to stay ahead, as Raikkonen is next in line trying to overtake me heading into turns 4 and 5. Obviously we are 8.5 tenths slower in the first sector than before, as we miss the apex of turn 5 heading into the double apex corner. And Raikkonen is right behind our gearbox heading into the S's. As now we should be able to have DRS on Vettel, as he's going quite slowly. He might have damage or something. I don't know what he hit, but definitely he might have damage, or he has an issue or something. As we go around the outside like how we did before, but we can't celebrate just yet, because I think when I was pre-recording this, he did overtake me down the main straight, and we were battling the same 2 drivers for position until the end of the race. So yeah, we have definitely made a lot of progress. We used to fight at the back of the grid, only like 18th, 19th, 20th place, and now we are fighting, starting to fight the midfield now. So season 2 should be a good season. But now let's focus on this race as we now have DRS on Vettel. There's a bit of a DRS train going on as we are still struggling to catch up to the two former world champions. We are now right behind the gearbox of the four-time world champion Sebastian Vettel as we're still trying to find a way to break through as Leclerc in the standings, he has dropped by quite a lot and he has spun. Leclerc spun, and there's us going by, and we need a bit of a rewind to see what exactly happened. So Leclerc went down the SS, and he just I think he turned too sharply. I think he turned too hard. So then he spun. But now we go for last move down the inside of Sebastian Vettel, and Raikkonen gets to live for another day, heading into the final few corners and down into the understeery right-hander as we manage to set for a good position.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
It's victory in Mexico then, and what a victory it is after an incredible Grand Prix. And talk to me, what do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Well, they certainly stood out as a drive with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
So Perez had a very good race. Obviously he won his home Grand Prix, and we are P14, so we are making improvements. I did not decrease the difficulty at all, so we are starting to take the fight to the midfield, and hopefully we can get those 6 points before the end of the season at Abu Dhabi. And Schwartzman, obviously with a bad start, he has demoted to P19. And Hamilton is now 2 points away from Verstappen in the standings, as we're still 9th in the constructors, so it's not ideal for us.
The team's income is looking very robust right now. It's time for you to have a think about our profit margin and what areas of the operation might benefit from that money.
Probably I'm gonna spend a few $1 million, but not too much, because I want to seek for a better teammate for next season. Yeah, so we have made some last minute plans, and just to replace Schwartzman. And now look at that, the R&D chart. We are level with Aston Martin, AlphaTauri, Alpine, and Alfa Romeo. So this is a huge battle for the points. So if we're out of Q1, it's obviously our fault. Williams and Haas are still lagging behind. As you can see, we are level with the 4 teams I've mentioned, heading into Interlagos at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache in Brazil next episode, as we get a new suit actually. She looks nice, looks like a Alfa Romeo suit, Italian flags. Yeah, so we're gonna head into the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Parts have completed without issue.
As we'll just get past this marketing event.
You handled
Past
that
this,
well. Thank you.
probably some like tweet storm I think I read. Now let's get into the Brazilian. Friends telling me to spend a few $1 million on facilities, so I decided to spend on fabrication upgrades for the powertrain. I'm not gonna on failure chance just yet, so or should I say quality control just yet. If you haven't already, if you watched to the end of this video, if you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like. If you're to subscribe, go ahead. Leave a comment based on what can I improve to make these videos more entertaining, heading into the new year soon, as a fat boy. Yeah, that's it. Have a good day while you're watching this, and I'll see you next time. And yeah, peace. Goodbye.